Welcome along here to St Tiernach's Park for this, obviously, Paddy Drummond Cup Senior B Schools football final. Really looking forward to this one. A little bit dull and overcast here at the moment, but thankfully the rain appears to be holding off. It is Ashbourne, the representatives of Meath, going up against Abbey Vocational School, Donegal. Now, during the course of the week, we had an opportunity to talk to representatives from both schools, and we go firstly to Ashbourne.
The build-up in the school in the lead-up to such a big day, what's it been like?
Oh, massive big up and great support from the community and the clubs. There's a lot of people that got behind to sponsorship the lads, and it's great. Look, the whole build-up in the school has been massive over the last couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to Saturday.
As a player, I suppose you have to kind of stay in the bubble of the squad and not get too distracted by the excitement, outside noise. I suppose, what's that been like?
Grand, like, to be honest, not too head up about it. It's just another game at the end of the day. Yeah, it's good for the community and good for the school, and it's great for the lads, but like, don't listen to too much of it. Like,
So tell us a small bit about the journey so far in the competition for the school.
In the league stages of it, we met Nobber. We've been tested all along the way, and lucky enough, the lads have come from behind in most games except the Leinster final. They've shown great character in being able to adapt on the field and fix things and get things right and come out winners, and hopefully it'll be the same on Saturday.
I suppose that key points there he mentioned about being able to adapt and to that deal with that adversity. I suppose, how does that help develop the bond within the squad or build trust, I suppose, within the squad?
yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, to be fair, like the lads, I think, like at the start of the year, we weren't clicking at it as a team whatsoever. We were just all over the place, and like game after game, we've gotten like marginally better every single game, and just like the lads, the bond has gone far better, like far better.
I suppose, look, a Donegal side in the final promises to be a tasty game of football.
Tasty? Well, hopefully it's not that tasty. Now, we'll be looking to put it in a different way. Look, we're a Meath school, but we have half and half, Meath and Dublin in it, and we kind of play a traditional game in the sort of sense. And Donegal, they have a lot of very strong runners on the team, well able to carry a ball, and we have to be able to play against that and come out the better of it and do things to stop them running.
But what are you hoping for on the day from your panel and from the squad?
To be honest, like, if we I'm just want a performance. Like I really want to win. But I think as long as the lads give a performance, put in all the like hard work, I'll be happy out leaving the pitch. Like that's all you can ask for from lads. Like, the result is the result, and that's control the controllables. Like,
I suppose, as yourself, the parting message from the coach and from the team going out onto the field.
As Evan said, back him up wholeheartedly. That's what we'll be looking for, is that all the players that take the field give it their all. And like we have, Martin O'Connell has come in along with us, and hopefully some of his winning mentality as for Meath football will be shown on Saturday.
Jamie, tell us a little bit about the build-up in the atmosphere in the school in the lead-up to this game.
Yeah, I suppose from the school point of view, it's the first time Abbey Vocational School I've ever been in an All-Ireland football final, so there's a great bit of excitement coming around the school, the last week especially, and it's just a matter of getting right for that. And you know, it's nice to get the best wishes and all, and you know, the whole town and community is supporting it behind it with bunting and flag, so it's great for the lads.
So as a member of the playing squad, what's it like trying to keep yourself separate from that bubble of excitement that goes on within the school?
Look, like we're just doing our best, doing training, preparing well, and that's all we can do really. Like, obviously the excitement and build-up's going to come with it, but we're just doing our bit for the game.
Mentioned in that group stage the kind of the Donegal teams. What's it like when you come through a tough group with that many kind of local or inter-county derbies?
Yeah, look, like we knew a lot of the players that they had, and yeah, it's good to get the one up, I suppose, on the local teams, and then to go on and win Ulster then was a great privilege. Like, it was a great honour.
picking from a full deck in terms of the squad?
Mostly, yeah. A couple of little niggles after the semi-final, but we're just trying to get one or two boys back on the pitch and just try and get it right now. So hopefully all going well. We'll have a full panel come Saturday.
Meath School in the final, Ulster versus Leinster. It's going to be a very, very tough game of football.
Yeah, it is. Look, they're gonna bring the physicality. We know that, and yeah, we'll have our preparation done like we have throughout the competition. Like so, no, we'll give it our best rattle anyway.
As part of the backroom staff and the coaches, your message to these young lads as they take the field in what is a huge day in their footballing, sporting, any walk of life really, career.
Yeah, and look, we said that this could be one of the biggest occasions for them, but I suppose from our point of view is just making sure that they enjoy the football part of it. You know, that's the way it's been all year. They've played and they've enjoyed their football, and you know, either way, as long as they've given their best effort, that's all we can ask for. You know, and it's great to have the three clubs connected with the school, and delighted to have all three clubs involved, and they've just assisted so much with getting the lads ready, so it makes our life a lot easier.
In this school's Senior B football final today, and as you can expect, really looking forward to this one. It is St Tiernach's Park. Clonus Monaghan is the setting for this one as well. A little bit dull and overcast. It appears as if rain was trying to threaten here, but thankfully it appears to be holding off. My own name, Sean McCaffrey, your commentator for this afternoon. Alongside me, I have a gentleman that has a good working knowledge of, I suppose, schoolboys football, development football and minor football. Kieran Cairns involved with Monaghan development squads over the years here in Monaghan, and indeed a former Monaghan ladies senior manager as well. And Kieran, there's always an element of excitement when it comes to schools football and underage football, because tactically, yes, teams will try to set up, but we always watch out. There's always those little moments of individual brilliance, and we're looking forward to that in this encounter.
Absolutely, Sean. Yeah, and I was just reading a few excerpts from a number of interviews given during the week from the Ashbourne manager. What's very interesting is he says that tactically he hasn't really put any stamp on this team. He's letting them at it, so that tells you all you need to know what they're going to bring. So I'm very much looking forward to it. And both teams have scored very heavily in both semi-finals, you know, so it's attacking football, and it's going to be free-flowing. It's something that you get at underage, and it's something that we're looking forward to hear there, Sean. Absolutely.
You'll just see there the Ashbourne team have come out from the underneath of the Jerry Arthur stand there, where the dressing rooms are situated here. They had been out, had gone through the warm-ups, back in, last words of instruction no doubt inside underneath that stand, and coming back out again. And it's a big day for these lads as well. It's an All-Ireland final. No matter what grade or what level you're playing at, All-Ireland finals are not easy got to.
There's not too many men that can say they played an All-Ireland final, Sean. And look, they're in the biggest park in Ulster here today, and might I just add that it's looking fantastic down there. Whilst the wind is blowing from the Rosslea end of the town, and it seems to be heavy there at times, I hope it doesn't have that much of an impact on the game, and the rain stays away. But yeah, the occasion, Sean, hopefully it doesn't get to them, and we see a free-flowing sort of open game. That's what we're expecting here today, so hopefully we get it, Sean.
Absolutely, yeah. As you know, that the wind is blowing as we look out from the TV stanchion here on the, I suppose, the right-hand side of the ground, as we will be coming up from the hill down towards it. If you're not familiar with St Tiernach's Park here in Clones, and it is blowing from right to left, and it is a strong breeze as well. It's interesting, Kieran, I was just looking at, they have cleared the trees from behind on that road, and it has made a big difference with the breeze coming across. Those of us that will be familiar with St Tiernach's Park.
Yeah, I just noticed that as I come in. I hadn't noticed that before, Sean. I have no idea what's going on there, but absolutely it will have an impact on the conditions as well. I suppose it's opened the whole thing up, and you know, the wind now will hopefully not be a factor, but it's hard not to see how it will be, Sean. It is blowing steadily from right to left. It certainly is. We'll just go through the teams for you here, and a nice little start to it, because both teams are lining out as per match programme. We've been informed. Now, that's not to say there wouldn't be a change or two, but it would appear that both management teams are happy, and we're just focused there on Ashbourne at the moment to our left-hand side. So they are starting with Aaron Lee in goals, Jake Donnelly, Oisin Daly and Max Duffy in that full-back line.
Patrick Moran, Aidan Mackey and Alexander McCann in the half-back line, with Eric Donoghue and George Hickey in the centre of the field. Evan O'Kane, their captain, alongside Dylan Kettle and Michael McIver in that half-forward line. And they are a strong scoring forward line, it must be said as well. There's been quite a number of goals has been scored. Michael O'Sullivan, Niall Daly and Jack Doran completing that starting 15 for them. And of course, Michael O'Sullivan, anyone that's familiar with him there from the Ashbourne club would be well aware that he is a mighty dual player as well. Not something we often hear of at this age level, to be so strong both at the hurling and the football, and can give his time to both indeed as well. The Abbey Vocational School, Donegal, then down to our right hand side. They have been out, and it looks like they're going to remain out now. They're just taking off training tops there. I don't think they'll be heading back to the dressing room, so tops are being removed and they're getting ready as well. It's Daniel McGinty in goals. It's Terence McGovern, Leo McGowan and Donald Gallagher in their full-back line. Caelan Sweeney, Callum McRae and David Monaghan in the half-back line, with Tiernach McBride and Kevin Muldoon at the centre of the field. Turlough Carr, Senan Carr and Oisin Mogan and the half-forward line, with Conor McCahill, Aaron McGreary and Conor Meehan completing their starting 15. And one thing we did note with this Abbey Vocational School team, backboned by the Four Masters Club, and Four Masters obviously with that success in an Ulster Minor tournament here just after Christmas, Kieran, and those of us that are aware of that tournament know how strong the teams are in that tournament. So to be backboned by a winning team coming out of that shows a lot of pedigree with this Donegal side. A lot of pedigree, Sean, and just that Four Masters team blew away the Monaghan champions that day, and that I was shocked by that, because the Monaghan representatives that day was Castleblaney, a very strong minor team, and they were blown away by Four Masters. So it's going to be very interesting, and the style of football they play, Sean, is fast, aggressive, in-your-face football, and it's going to be very interesting to see does Abbey continue that here today. So yeah, it will be interesting to see it. You just seen the team photographs being taken as well, so all that has been taken care of and out of the way now for both sides here as well. And you'd imagine that there has to be, I suppose, a little bit of nervousness and butterflies in the stomach. If they weren't there, probably wouldn't be natural. Of course it's there. And you know, the first couple of minutes, Sean, when you get when you touch the ball, that'll dissipate, or when you get a hit, that'll dissipate. It'll not take long for it to dissipate, Sean, but of course it's there, and that's a good positive thing, as you say. If it's not there, you know, you'd be wondering why, and you'd be questioning it. Absolutely. A nice little crowd gathered in as well. They're all very centrally placed. Naturally enough, it's always the sort of thing that you go to the centre. You'll see then the gangs that have gathered up behind the goals to our left. There's access in there for the supporters, and quite a number have gathered over to our left hand side. I take it, going by the colouring of the flags, that it is maybe Abbey supporters that are over there. The foghorns are in good use as well, and so something we noted again, we've been at schools football and such like, there's always the numbers may be small at times in support, but they make a lot of noise. There's a real family atmosphere, because obviously they're young players, so the parents is out and the family and the relations are always out. There's always a lovely atmosphere to these encounters. It's a big day. It's on a family occasion too, and as we talked about earlier, Sean, it's not every day you get to an All-Ireland final, and the family are very much a part of that, seeing their young fellas playing in what is probably going to be one of the biggest days of their footballing careers. And you know, as you rightly mentioned, the young lads behind, they're bringing a lot of entertainment to the day, and you know, it's starting out to be a very positive day. So let's hopefully it ends like that, Sean. Absolutely, yeah. We will be having our on the vein here as well. By the way, our referee for today is Martin McNally, well-known Monaghan referee on the inter-county scene, has been involved indeed in a number of National League encounters over the course of the early part of this year, and well known obviously then as a club referee with us here in Monaghan as well. He is centre of the field there with his two other officials as well, so we're hoping and looking that he will have a good game as well. And we can just give you, I don't know if they give the details, they don't know, but he has his officials there with him as well. So the two teams lining up on the 45-metre line. Well, Abbey have, it's a huddle, and a large huddle then for Ashbourne as we pause for our on the vein. And you can hear the noise, as I said, from them supporters. They're really adding to the sense of occasion. You will have seen there in your shot as well the flags, the tricolour, and obviously the representative flags of the two schools here as well. They are fluttering very strongly in that breeze, and I would say whoever is that breeze in the first half would want to be taken in 3, 4, 5 point lead maybe, because it certainly looks to me a breeze that could have that sort of a swing in it, Kieran.
No, absolutely, Sean, you're dead right. But one thing to note is to say, I heard many moons ago a man said to me he never seen a wind kick a ball over the bar before. So you still have to do it, Sean. It's an advantage, but you still have to do it. And you know the pressure will be on these boys as well today. They'll feel that sense of nervousness, and whether or not they take these shots from the right area or not will have a big factor on it too. But very interesting to say, Sean, that wind will have a factor on this game today.
Absolutely, yeah. Two teams have broken away, taking up their positions. Mark McNally, the centre of the field, and even from where we're situated here as well, it has to be said, it may be schoolboys football, and I know they'll be in the leaving. There's a couple of very big, tall lads out there, there is big men. So we'll be watching with interest. Just waiting on it. Yeah, I see him now, an Ashbourne player, to take his position up on the 45. Mark McNally was doing similar. We're waiting also just one or two of the backroom staff still on the field, but Martin's keen to get underway, and it is Ashbourne that go up and bring it down in the centre of the field there. And as you imagine, there will be a little bit of nervousness just till everybody gets the first touch of the ball. It was their number 10 inside there, Evan O'Kane, obviously moved into central field position. Ball being played up into the corner here, looking for the corner forward, Michael O'Sullivan. It is the one player. High ball dropping inside, 1 against 2, just bounced and coming in behind there. Abbey get the hands onto that one. They were looking for Dylan Kettle inside there, but it was good cover, so it was not gone out. It's going to go down. It'll register as a wide, but it wasn't a shot. It was just hit off a player. But it's interesting to see Ashbourne immediately high ball in, maybe trying to make up maybe for a perceived weakness maybe, and it's gone for 45 in fact. 45, actually, sorry. No, maybe it's going back in again. Art McNally has overturned it. The umpire seemed a little bit, I think, in not too sure what the decision was, but interesting. Michael Sullivan now, the breeze maybe was catching, but it was a high ball in. It was a high ball.
It's an obvious tactic that they're using. They obviously trust the full forward line, and the evidence is there, scoring 2-13 freely on the last day out. So the full forward line is a fine full forward line. Why not supply it if it's there? Absolutely,
yeah. Abbey on the ball here at the moment. Mark McNally spotted a little pull on the player as he was out centre of the field away from the ball. Ball was moved forward and it's taken there. It's Tiernach McBride, nice ball played out alongside here to Caelan Sweeney. Numbers on back don't mean anything in positions on a football field nowadays. McSweeney sort of soccer style tried to play it back, but it's turned out of his hand there by Donnelly. Nice ball transferred over across in front of the D, and it's back out. Donnelly's going to get his hands on it for a second time here. Across then, and it's the number 15 the whole way back, Jock Doran, inside in his half back line. So maybe a sweeper roll, but that ball then was partially blocked down. It's inside. That looks like Conor Meehan, I think, that's on it inside there for Abbey, coming back out off his left. Has he done enough? The roar will tell you behind. A fine score when he turned back in on his left. A breeze may have carried, but that's a wonderful opening score.
Yeah, it's a very confident score to strike as well, Sean, from the young lad. So he had one thing on his mind, and that was to get on the ball and turn and pop it over, and that's exactly what he done. A lovely start, lovely strike, lovely score.
It was indeed, coming in off his left. It looked like the initial chance had closed down. Ball out round the middle here, taken down inside there by Max Duffy. Big long ball back up again, looking inside. Is that Sullivan again that has come out there? I think it is, and he's looking across. He's got the support coming of Kettle there, so he has nice ball transferred back off. We have a reply score at the opposite side. Two wonderful scores to get things underway with us here, and I think it was Sullivan that was on the end of that one again, was it?
Fine score, Sullivan, yeah. You can see that Abbey are filtering bodies back, Sean, but they're filtering bodies back, but not really being that effective early on. But you can see that they've probably two sweepers at times, but Ashbourne did get the shot away on that occasion.
It did, and Abbey just very nearly overcooked it with the restart there, but it was wonderful work over on that far side to get ball into hand. And here they go, it's the number 10 that's over there, Turlock Carr. He had a wee bit of work to do to get his hand to that ball, and he done wonderful to do it. And has played the ball off inside there, and going ahead of him is Kevin Muldoon. Nice ball played inside. Arcady still continuing. Muldoon going for goal, and goalkeeper gets it at the second time of asking. There was a bit of speed and pace behind that one, and the keeper, Aaron Lee, momentarily it sort of went out of his hands, but he got back in at the second time of asking. But that's very direct football from Donegal side.
Very direct, and it opened up very quickly for him, and he went for goal, and maybe not the right decision, but it just goes to show at this level, Sean, they're not afraid to go for it.
Yeah, well, we did note that you can put all the tactics you want in place, but sometimes you find at this level of football, and it's brilliant to see individualism, just somebody wanting to do something a little different, a little spark of magic. So it's a sideline ball below us here, Tiernach Carr, and it's gone the other way. In fact, I think Abbey thought it was theirs, but it's been overruled and turned the other way. So Jake Donnelly is going to take this one just directly below us here. He's looking for options. It's good work from Abbey. They've just forced him and he's gone behind. So he has. It was Max Duffy actually took it. Jake Donnelly that picked up on it. Now they've swept it over to the far side. So they have. And quick transfer and up into the hands there of Michael McIver. He's another very strong player for Ashbourne here. The hand of Martin McNally goes up for the advantage. He's still continuing on. He's still got wonderful strength. McIver has continued on. Will he finish it with a score? No, out to the wrong side of the post and wide, but certainly showed the strength there. Shrugged off two advantages that were being given to him and still got a shot away. Yeah, serious power there and directness. And you're right, Sean, I did notice that the referee had his hand up twice. He had 2 free kicks there and he decided to motor on and get the shot away, but unfortunately this time it went wide for him. It did indeed, and I don't think the only thing with the free would have been that he would have been trying to find another player. It would have been maybe a wee bit too far out to be going for score. So it's 2 good advantages, must be said, by Martin McNally. It's Abbey on the attack directly below us here. It's in the hands of Conor McCahill, so it is. He's been just forced out towards the old dressing rooms here in St Tiernach Park, but he manages to get it back in behind to McGrory, and back in again. He's gone on the return. Conor McCahill, an opportunity off his left. Good hands from the goalkeeper to put it up and over the bar. Abbey are threatening. There's goal opportunities for them there, and in fairness, again, it has to be said, Aaron Lee was strong with the hands, palmed it up and over the bar. 2 points to 1 lead for the Donegal side. Yeah, another good score from the danger man, Conor McKell. He is the man that's going to do damage here today. He got 1-3 the last day out, Sean, so he'll need plenty of watching. He will indeed. Great kick out right into the middle of the field here and immediately taken down by George Hickey for Ashbourne. And they win themselves a free, and it's back in the hands of Evan O'Kane. He sweeps it across into the centre. That's McIver again. Here goes this high ball dropping inside once more. Referee has the hand up. There was a little bit of pulling going on. Dead centre of the 20-metre line, and an opportunity for Ashbourne just to level matters up here again. And that's all you can ever ask. If you concede one, get one, because it's to make sure you match what's going at the opposite side. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. That's the case. But Abbey will be I know the management will be very disappointed with a lacklustre soft free like that to be given away when the ball was in the air. It wasn't even contested. So maybe something to look at, to tidy up there in the next couple of minutes, Sean, from an Abbey's point of view. Yeah, and it must be said, Martin McNally, that's twice he has picked out, obviously, incidents that are happening away from the play as well, so they need to be mindful of that too, the players themselves, that he has eyes, proverbially in the back of his head. Top referee. Not much will get away from him, Sean. He's a top referee. And he's probably working in line with his own umpiring team there as well, that picked up on that. In fairness, they would be all mic'd up. Sideline ball, it's taken here, one from the restart. It's into the hands of Aidan Mackey there. Mackey back into his midfield partner. Back across then to the centre of the field, to the opposite side. And again, they're putting it deep into this corner, looking for O'Sullivan again, as you will imagine. A lot of the play is going to go through him. A little show off to his left, come back on his right. Ball played back out again here. And again, the Abbey players just getting the turnover. Have they? No. Sullivan back in there. Was McIver that's in there, I think, that has cleared that danger. Now he's just been bottled up, so he has to come back out again. Was Sullivan that's on this one, off his right. Oh, that's a brilliant score. Abbey thought they'd done everything right, forced the turnover. Ashbourne didn't give up on it, and a lovely little pop score there to go 1 to the good. It's 3 points to 2. Fine margin, Sean. You're right. Abbey had a lot of work done. They actually had it turned over, and in fairness to Ashbourne, they worked hard, got possession back, got the shot away, and must be said in a half a metre of room. It's wonderful score. It was just a real snapshot. The keeper again, just a little bit of difficulty with the restarts, but it worked out for him on this occasion. Abbey doing well. They're coming tight along the sideline directly below us here. It's their number 9. It's Kevin Muldoon that's on the ball here. Moment runs into a little bit of traffic. It was good work, so he goes behind again to Sweeney. Sweeney across into the centre, then into the centre half forward. Sending Carr putting it up in front, looking for me, and they got the opening score for Abbey. He's going to come back round on that trusted left peg again. This lad is sweet. We may talk about Jack McCarn and Monaghan on a left foot. I tell you what, that young man lad's showing he is a sweet one as well. Top player too. He got 0-5 the last day, Sean. 0-2 from dead ball, so 3 from open play. He's a dangerous player and a lovely strike at the ball. He has and I was just going to say that he has a lovely strike when he turns. Martin McNally is calling the player forward just to have a word here in the centre of the field. Yeah, it's a stern telling off there, obviously again. Those eyes in the back of the head have picked up on something.
Yeah, I see Kevin Muldoon down there. He took a heavy challenge along the line here. But 2 minutes.
Martin's going to, Martin didn't realise, I think it was on the blind side of him, that he's down now. He has stopped play because it is a head injury. So he's just going to allow the treatment to come in, and it gives us a chance. We're 8.5 minutes into this one. It's been free-flowing, end-to-end stuff, as we would have expected at this level. Some wonderful scores, and nothing to separate, obviously, on the scoreboard either side as well, which is great to see. It looks like we could be in for a tight one right up until the end of this one.
Hopefully so, Sean. And it's looking like a high-scoring game. And we talked about the wind earlier on the game. It's having little to no impact in this. So maybe we're situated here, Sean. The wind is slightly more,
we're more elevated.
So
absolutely.
Maybe pitch level, it mightn't be as bad.
It might not be just as bad. That's a very good point. And maybe the sheltering of it as well with the stand on that side maybe is just stopping it from coming in and being a factor. Well, there's a wonderful kick out and a restart against the breeze, so nothing there in Ashbourne. It's a very quick interchange of hands here again, and again the ball going deep up into the corner. Abbey need to deal with this, and they do deal with that inside in the full back line. The mark has been claimed. Will the referee also give a free as well? So he did. It was David Monaghan that was underneath that one, and the ball has come back, and again referee has adjudged that there was another indiscretion there, so it's another quick free that's been taken, and Abbey have an opportunity and go sweeping back up the field here once more. The ball being moved, great pace, lots of tackles going in. Again, that advantage hand has gone up. Muldoon none the worst from that knock that he picked up, playing inside to Meehan. Seemed to come down heavily after that challenge, be able to pick himself back up again. He has indeed. Ball just been turned over in the middle, but Abbey doing very well to get their backs down and get picking up on it again. It's inside of their centre half back. That's McRae, Callum McRae again. There's a partial block on that one. Back out again. McRae's going on to the end of this one. So he is. Just took a wicked bounce that took it beyond him. But I think the referee had given the free. But it's like it must have hit just a slight divot of a torn of a boot or something in the ground. Because literally as he put his fingertips to it, it seemed to spin away from him. But it is a free.
Yeah, it is a free, and you're right, the ball just got away from him, and the defender in this case was just unlucky because he had committed before the ball had got away from him, and it is a correct call by the referee. He was slightly late on his challenge.
There was a yellow card flashed inside there as well, so the player just coming across the arc of the D, the number 5, picked up the yellow card there, and an opportunity for Abbey now to go one to the good here again. It's that man once more. It's that trusty left boot, and he does what he can do. He pops it over, and Abbey go one to the good again. Both sides looking to make a little bit of history for themselves here. They have to go back. 2009, Ashbourne actually contested a final and lost out. And I know you have to go well back to when Donegal and Abbey, it was Ashbourne that lost in 2009, and Abbey had their last success in this particular competition. I think there was players from that team went on then to win senior All-Ireland titles indeed with Donegal, so there was. But it's Abbey here that have taken delivery of this one. Ball played across. There was a little hesitancy in my voice. I thought it was played short, but it wasn't. It's Leo McGowan there, the full back. Nice ball played up inside to the corner here again. Is that McCahill over on that far side? I don't think it is. That one on that, it is indeed, that one on that one. Ball's been dropped down and taken very quickly again. They play it out wide under the cover of the Jerry Arthur stand there again. Ashbourne getting the numbers round but not getting the hand the ball. It's the full forward. That's not Aaron McGrory there once again, and it's come back out once more. Good recycling of the ball here. In fairness by Abbey, one thing didn't work, go the other way. It's very Donegal-like.
It's patient build-up, and it's smart from the young lads. They're changing the direction of the play from left to right, and they're not panicking. They're keeping the ball. They're trying to suck out Ashbourne and find them wee pockets of space. And here we go. There's one presenting itself now.
Aaron McGrory's going to get it on the right boot. It looks like another wonderful score. That's brilliant football from Abbey. As you said, they were so patient. Went one way, it didn't work. Recycle, come in on this side. Bought the little pocket of space, got the score 2 to the good.
Yeah, and the whole idea there is to get the shooters on the ball. When you're changing the direction of the play, you want the men that are going to score on the ball. And at that time, Aaron McGrory, who's a 14 playing full forward, lovely striking the inside of his right foot, popped it over the bar, Sean.
So off to our left-hand side, it's Aaron Lee again with the restart. Again, getting wonderful distance, it has to be said, on his kicks. Now, it just didn't land in perfectly to the hands of his midfielder that he was looking out there. And again, Abbey just getting a little press up now on Ashbourne as well. It must be said, Ashbourne maybe just been forced to pull players back. And the ball going in. Challenge just went in there, and referee Martin McNally's not buying it. It was just a collision of 2 players after the ball had been let off on this inside then with Turlock Carr. Carr back across into the centre here once more. Such a quick interchange of hands, so it is, from Abbey, and I think that's just what's perplexing Ashbourne ever so slightly at the moment. Nice ball played down in front here to Keelan Sweeney. Sweeney going to play it nice to front ball again. Midfield partner going across. It's with that man Meehan. Can he come off his left or his right? No. Took the solo on the right, lost the ball. I think he was trying to angle himself back out again to get it back onto that left, but this is good work from Abbey, just trying to force Ashbourne. The hand of the referee goes up again for the advantage, and Ashbourne are happy to continue on with it. There'll be another hand, maybe he'll go up. He ducked down well out of the way, did Martin McNally on that one, so he did. Showed great dexterity to be able to do that, and the ball's played over, and Ashbourne going on the attack for the first time in a few moments here. It had been score to score, point for point, but it's Abbey that are 2 to the good at the moment, 5 points to 3, and Ashbourne be just glad to get a little bit of time on the ball here, something they haven't done. It's with that man McIver now, the long ball looking inside again, it's not working. Abbey are getting the numbers back now to negate against any ball coming in against them there, and it's McGovern, it looks to appear over on that far side, that's coming out with it. They're going to come across into the centre, and look where Aaron McGrory's got a point from full forward, back doing a full back's position there as well, and now Abbey again just going, they're going to hold and wait maybe in the middle here with Tiernach Carr just waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Ashbourne indeed just running past them, trying to get themselves into a position between the 65 and the 45, trying to just cover off any area. So it's back with Sweeney again over to that far side, little dink to the left, back to the right, ball played up into the corner here again. The one thing is very notable, Abbey players out front all the time looking for the ball. Well, as I say that, Ashbourne managed to get a man out in front then inside where they want him in the full back line, and it's Jack Doran that's back there that's helping out with his defence, played into the centre. It looks like Donoghue, I think it is, Eric Donoghue, strong hand. No, it was the centre back, it was Aidan Mackey coming out with that one, and this time the ball does work up in front, picked up by Sullivan, it looks like inside there again, trying to show off to the right to get himself back in again, back to his foot again, off the right once more. That's going to drift to the wrong side of the post and wide. I think that's the second wide that I have for Ashbourne as well, but Ashbourne will be just happy they've gotten hands on ball in those last few moments.
It's what's very evident is Ashbourne, if they get into the kicking zone between the midfield and the opposition 45, they're letting go, Sean. They're looking to find the full forward line straight away, but David Monaghan, in fairness, the number 7 for Abbey, is dropping back as a full-time sweeper, and he's sweeping up a lot of that, so it's just not working that effectively for them at the minute.
It's not, no. It very nearly worked for Ashbourne in the very first attack they put together, and Abbey now have sort of recognised that, and as you said, they're immediately getting players back to flood that area to make it that they're at least a man up all the time on any long ball that's coming in. But as you said, it is very interesting, that Ashbourne, once they cross the 45, it's long ball that's going in. And now they immediately pulled back. There's no tackle coming on Abbey, and Abbey can go, and they're happy to take that time with Gallagher there, played up into the corner here once more. So it is coming off the right. This will be a wonderful score. No, it's gone out to the left and wide. I can tell that's Abbey supporters that's behind the goals, and they can nearly pull the ball over the bar. This occasion there was no beating of the bar on or shouting at the foghorn. We knew it was going wide.
In fairness to them young lads, they're not afraid to pull the trigger, Sean. And that's the first thing in their head. The first thing is to secure possession, and then they're turning, they're looking for the shot away straight away. That is confidence personified, and it's brilliant to see, Sean.
Absolutely, yeah. And a couple of scores have come off it. Aaron Lee, that has been the busier of the two goalkeepers, and that's pulled down a mark in the centre of the field here. Brilliantly done there by the big number 10. Evan O'Kane, the captain, has played across into the centre once more. Niall Daly, and here we go again. That long ball, playing it down deep into the corners. See, can they unlock this Abbey defence that has sort of closed them up in the last few moments. 5 points to 3. We've got 17 minutes gone in this first half, and it's back with Kane to get back out again once more. Now they're going to sweep it. A big switch across to this near side, so it is to Max Duffy. Does Duffy have a right or a left boot that he can put to that one? No, they're going to try and work it in, and maybe the breeze is a little factor that they have to get in that little bit closer. Was there a pull back on Dylan Kettle there? Not the case. The referee is adjudged that he overcarried. I thought maybe on the blind side of the ref he got his arm caught.
He did. The ref missed it.
He missed it, yeah.
He was unlucky that time. That was better. They changed the direction of the attack that time, Ashbourne. And a wee spot did open up to attack, Sean. But I think on that time, Abbey were lucky to get away with that one, that free out. I thought that possibly could have been a free in.
Free in. I think it was the blind side in front of Mark. We seen it from this side. And it was, and the ball looked like it was going to be turned over there. Abbey again just coming across that Monaghan again. That you've noted, dropping back sort of in a sweeper role, and he's been well aided and abetted by Tiernach Carn, a big sweep over as well. The one thing in that last attack for Ashbourne, while we said that Abbey pulled the trigger from a distance out, it looked like Ashbourne were trying to get nearly to the 20-metre line before they could consider a shot as well. So again, we'll just that breeze maybe is just a slight factor when it comes to your shot selection down there. Hand to the referee again with the advantage goes up, but Abbey are happy. No, they're going to go back. I think he wants to take the free. Well, the referee's hand had come down again, and I don't know if that was a free or he just took his time. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion, but they've continued on with it, and this is very straight, direct running from the midfielder, I think it was there. That's a brilliant score. I think it was at young Hickey that was...
Kevin Muldoon, he's a big player for Abbey, so he is, Sean. He hit 0-3 from play the last day, so he's a leader. He gives that leadership role, and he's very direct too, and very, very well able to score from 45 yards, as we're just after seeing there. Brilliant player.
That was wonderful work from the midfielder. So it was, and here again they come once more, and Abbey now, well, we did talk they'd need to have a good advantage on the score, but brilliant block coming across there. Well, they knew directly that once it fell into that man's foot, it was going to be coming off the left, but it still took McIver, I think it was, with the block there, and a brilliant block on him. But we did note that we'd need to have at least 4, maybe 5 points to your advantage if you were having that wind on your back. It's 3 at the moment. Hand of the referee goes up to signal a free. Again, he noted a little bit of pulling away from the ball, and that's been played inside, and Ashbourne might have an opportunity here. Strong tackling going in there once more again. That's brilliant work, brilliant turnover, but brilliant foraging, looking for the ball. Player goes to ground, it's popped out. I think they were expecting it was going to be a blow of the whistle. It wasn't the case, and Abbey just run themselves, and now they do win themselves the free. The chop tackle coming across there, but there's some wonderful turnovers and some wonderful fighting for the ball going on there, as you would expect it is an All-Ireland final.
It must be said that David Monaghan's having a brilliant game, filtering back as a sweeper. He's cleaning up there, Sean, and he stopped the direct attack on that occasion too, so he's been very effective in that role, so he is for Abbey.
Now we should note it's 4 unanswered points, by the way, in the last few moments for Abbey, so they have sort of taken control of this one. It's their direct style, similar to what we're seeing here again, going through the middle. And there is that man again, Kevin Muldoon once more. So it is. And now the big sweep and ball way over to the corner, brilliantly taken, can take the mark, doesn't want the mark, wants to hold on, and the referee then gives him the foul. Meehan will step over on this one. I think it is that's over there. Or is it the Oisin Mogan maybe that's starting over on this one? Yes, Mogan appears to be the man, I think, that has gone towards it. But again, Muldoon strong through the middle, and that was a wonderful takeover in that far corner as well. There was a mark there if he wanted, but again, got the ball torn. I want to go towards the post.
He had one thing in his head, Sean, and that was to win the ball and turn and get the shot away. But he had the mark. I don't know if he gave a free or was it a mark that he gave. I'm not sure. But either way, it is a dead ball.
It's a free because it's actually a thing that's taken it.
Meehan's taken it, so he's fairly accurate from dead ball. So let's see how this goes. Coming in off the left. Well, the umpires will flag whatever way it is, but I can guarantee you the supporters behind them goals, they know the minute it leaves his foot whether it's going or not, so we'll know by their cheer if it's going to work or not. Yeah, you hear the cheer, and that immediately dictates they're in the perfect position. And it is now that 7-point gap that we talk, or 4-point gap we talked about, Kieran, that whatever side of the breeze on the back, they'd need to be within that. Yeah, and look at it, they've come from dead ball. Young Meehan here, he's deadly accurate, and he does remind me of Jack McCarron, that sweeping left foot, and Jap Finlay as well had a similar type of style. And you know, if your discipline's not great in there, they're going to punish you, Sean. He's going to punish you. Absolutely. Ball just gone out. It was the number 5, Kyle Sweeney, tried to keep it in there, just clipped his fingers, went out. Sideline ball is quickly taken by Ashbourne, and it's inside with their captain Evan O'Kane. And again, Abbey getting no numbers back, just momentarily lost, but again the foul just come in after had been lost inside there. But that ball just not working for Ashbourne at the moment, and they'll be looking maybe just to get to the dressing room or try and get a little bit of an instruction out just to work another set of hands maybe with the ball, because that ball played in like that, Abbey are definitely getting the numbers back and are cutting it out at the moment and are not causing them a big major threat. And now they're happy just to go through phases of play here. Leo McGowan, their full back, he quickly give it off there to Gallagher. Gallagher back across then to that man Monaghan that has impressed so much in the opening 22 minutes with us here. It's with Monaghan again, strong on the ball, looks behind, and there's another player that is highly impressed. And there he breaks the 2 tackles again, Muldoon. And now look at him, head down, just going right up through the middle. Lovely ball going to play down inside in front here. Could be another opportunity for Abbey to get another score for themselves. That's beautiful, direct, straight, simple Gaelic football right there. It is really, really positive stuff from Abbey, and it's sort of like like a counter-attack football, you know. As soon as they see that gap, they're away, and the explosive power of Kevin Muldoon must be recognised. He's a phenomenal athlete, you know, and he let the ball over the head that time. I think it was Seamus Corr got the shot away there.
Ashbourne appear to be making a change there as well, I think. So they've noted that they need to do something maybe towards the forward line, and they're bringing in, it's the number 17 we can see there. Now, we didn't just see the board going up as to who it is gone off, but we will get confirmation of that for you. But the 17, it's number 4, so corner back. They've realised they're in difficulty not only in the full back line, but he seemed to move into a forward position, and this ball now has been played in. It's the one long ball from Ashbourne that has worked in the last few moments. That's a brilliant score. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. We don't have the advantage of supporters on that side just to judge. We're totally dependent. But that was, and as you said, Abbey just maybe with the change coming in, one man hadn't picked up on another player. They were trying to rectify themselves, but it worked.
What's interesting, Sean, is they've taken off a defender and put on a forward, so they're going for this.
Abbey just in a little bit of difficulty on their own full back line here, but they've managed to clear up on the danger. So they have, it's inside there. That looked like it was McRae. I think they got handed that one. He's coming out, a nice ball played over in front to Donald Gallagher. Yeah, that's what it appeared to be. They took off a defender, put in a forward, and I think that was what momentarily caught Abbey out as well, because number 4 went off, but number 17 went to the opposite side of the field, and it just all of a sudden left them with that one man inside that very nearly worked for Ashbourne. That's 3 wides for Ashbourne in this opening 24 minutes.
And a very kickable score, Sean. It wasn't that they were under severe pressure kicking them, it was just the inaccuracy of it. But it's positive in the sense that they're getting shots away. They're still very much in this game. I know it's 8 points to 3, but we'll talk about the wind as well and that direct run of Abbey. So there is solutions to these problems, so they'll just need to get the half-time, Sean, and get this sorted.
They will indeed. Well, it's Abbey that's going on the attack here again, and they're moving inside once more and played across into the centre. And I think they just overdone it. Probably if Meehan had been in on it there on the left foot, it would have been near certain over the bar, but it wasn't him that was on it, and they tried to play it across here. And it's Ashbourne now again, looking to try and get another score. It's 5 unanswered points now, 6 actually unanswered points that have come the way of Abbey, and it's them again that have turned it over. That ball is not working for Ashbourne at the moment. They're trying to put it long inside. It's not working. Abbey, it must be said, are working very, very hard. They're getting players back. They're cutting out those lines and routes that Ashbourne are trying to open up, and this is the difference that they make then. They play it out and they move it quickly through the centre. They're very direct in what they do. It's inside with McGrory there again. McGrory back out once more into the centre here again to their centre half back or centre half forward, sending Carr and then back into the man that has been impressive around the middle, Muldoon again. He just bypasses the first tackle. Lovely little shimmy left and right, just selling dummies for the sake of selling dummies. And it's back inside once more to Aaron McGrory. McGrory from a long way out. That's a wonderful score just inside the 45, probably aided with the breeze, but Muldoon again, he opened up a little box of tricks there that opened up a little bit of space back behind, and McGrory finishes it.
That's what he's doing, Sean. He's creating them long bursting runs and creating them spaces. But it must be said, that was an outrageous score outside of the right boot from Aaron McGrory. 45 yards out. It was very, very impressive stuff.
Was indeed. And it's dropped down into the middle. Ashbourne managed to get a hand on ball here in the centre, and it's Evan O'Kane, their captain. Well, he's going to try and drive his side forward here, so he is. But again, they don't have anything, and the ball's played in again. It's still not working. I can see Kieran here just marking out where probably there's a coach's head kicking in for you there. You could see what was going wrong. He had nothing forward him. It was a 3 against 1 scenario.
So Ashbourne, they're not committing their bodies forward. They're set too centre around the 245s. They need to push forward when in possession, because Abbey are sitting back with, at times, 2 sweepers, definitely 1 at all times, and they're going to have to go at that from different angles at a pace, but they must commit to it, Sean. They must commit to it.
Yeah, and that was the reason when O'Kane was on it there. He had little or no option in front of him, but now there's a wonderful turnover here in the forward. And again, the player was there to be able to alleviate the danger, and again, Ashbourne going round them. They're like bees round a honey pot there, but he managed to get away with it. The Abbey player, and they're coming again. It was with Muldoon once more. A lovely little show and go there. Soccer style, tried to bring it past the next player. Did Kettle there, just didn't, or not Kettle, it was Sending Carr, didn't work for him. And Ashbourne managed to get hand back on ball. It's with the man that came in, the number 17. It was Joe Murray. He came in for Max Duffy. on this Ashbourne team, and it's a nice ball played off in front there again, and now they're going back with Murray once more. Will he be a telling substitute off his right? No, he pulls it to the wrong side of the post and wide, and that's, by my calculations, is it fourth wide, I think it is, for Ashbourne as well. There's 6 between them, so they'll be looking at that. The stats person will be looking at that when they're going in at half time. We have 2 minutes remaining in this first half, a first half that has flew by. Certainly Abbey will be at the moment the happier of the two teams going in at half time, and it'll be literally just keep doing what you're doing. I would have thought it'll be the talk for the second half.
Well, funny enough, as the game has progressed, Abbey have got better. They've got more confident and comfortable on the ball. They just seem to be better on the ball, Sean, and confident and comfortable on it. But they're cute too. They know when to move it and when to hand pass it. Look at this.
Oh, lovely ball played inside. Yes, gone in over the heads of all the players. Aaron McGrory that's gotten his hand to it. Oh, and he come off. He's not a left-footed player, I don't think. He'd be more suited maybe with his right foot there. It wasn't a bad effort, but he didn't look comfortable, I don't think. He would like to have come back out maybe and come back in on his right.
No, but Sean, what's very telling is as soon as that full forward line gets the ball, the first thing they want to do is pull the trigger. So that has obviously been coached into them. You will not score unless you shoot, Sean. So these guys aren't afraid to shoot. It's pleasing on the eye. It's good to see. And look at 10 shots you take, you might hit 6 of them, you might hit 5 of them. So, you know, it's a shot to score ratio that's taken, you know. So
yeah. A little bit of, again, a linesman or linesperson on the far side was just, there's another change, in fact. The number 14 has gone off there for Ashbourne, so Niall Daly. So Ashbourne know they're in difficulty here. They're ringing the changes, so they are. Their 14 has gone off. We'll just have to wait and see who it is that's come in there. But back across here once more. And Abbey again looking to try and extend their lead. That's a big shot from a long way out. We're watching the supporters. No, there wasn't a cheer going up. We knew it was going to the wrong side. It's a third wide, I think, a half now for Abbey. And we're waiting just on the confirmation of that substitution. So number 30, I think it is that he said there, that has come in for the number 14. So Ashbourne ringing the changes here. They know they're in a little bit of difficulty, not just getting hand the ball, and here it is, Abbey again once more. And they're over on that far side, crossing the Jerry Arthur stand with us here, turning back inside again. Must be said that the Conor McCahill, he'd been on this near side, he's over on that far side, getting on a lot of ball also as well. But Abbey again just quickly through the hands, and this is what the telling part is. May have just overcooked it. Meehan went in strong on that ball, but strong also as well was the number 12 McIver there. And now here goes the long ball again inside, still doesn't stick, just didn't fall nicely into the hands of Michael O'Sullivan. Well, it's interesting. It's two completely different teams that are trying different things. It's Ashbourne long ball, and it's Abbey going more direct and trying to get the ball in. The mark can be called there, great mark that's been called there as well. Do you think will Ashbourne be changing it up for the second half?
I get the sneaky suspicion that this is what Ashbourne has been doing from day dot. They're getting it into a certain spot and loading it in, and I don't think they've tried running it through the hands at any time, because any time they've done it here, they've looked uncomfortable at it. They're not committing bodies to it, Sean, to the transition either. So I think they're a football and direct team, so I can't see them changing at half time, to be honest, Sean.
No, and there they went again. If it works, it's brilliant, because it would leave you maybe with an opportunity to get a quick score. And it did work in the early moments for them, but Abbey now have sort of restructured themselves to get players back. And the one thing's very telling, they're very strong as well in breaking tackles. That was Carr back off here again. Here he goes once more. Muldoon! Chipped it in and over the bar. That's another wonderful score. Direct run, and at the fear of repeating ourselves, what that young man is bringing to the game is just get the ball and go direct.
He's a leader, but it has to be said that Senan Core there showed great leadership too. Dinky little footballer, got the ball, ran 10 yards, created the overload, popped the ball over the bar. Now Kevin Muldoon still had a lot of work to do, and he done it very, very well and popped the ball over the bar. He's a brilliant footballer, Sean.
He is very strong, very direct, and it's always something you love to see in a player, that the belief and the confidence they have in themselves to be able to do that. Ashbourne, they need a score here, because that's 7 unanswered scores now for Abbey. It's a big gap, and it's inside. There could be an opportunity. One thing we know about Ashbourne, they can go for goal, and he was trying to do 2 minds caught in there, it looked like, for Evan O'Kane, and he probably has been trying things earlier that didn't work out, and just felt nearly as a captain he wanted to show a little bit of leadership, but maybe just a little chip over the bar was the one there. Don't think he was going to catch out the goalkeeper. And there goes indeed the half-time whistle. Well, we talked at the start of this one, 32 minutes into that first half. We talked at the start with the Breeze that you would need to be 4 or 5 points ahead Abbey are 7 ahead, and the way they're playing their game, the way they're playing the football, the way they've now set up to cut out any sort of long ball counter-attack from Ashbourne, that's a very comfortable lead to have at half-time.
And they're full value for it, Sean. They deserve it because, you know, they're attacking at will, they're attacking at pace, they're very aggressive in the attack, there's bodies getting forward. But more importantly, as we spoke about early on, they're not afraid to shoot. And shooting, they are, Sean. I don't know many wides they have, maybe 3 wides I think they have. So their conversion rate is through the roof at the minute. So the coaches will be very, very happy in that. On the other side, you have Ashbourne, who seem to be laboured going forward, Sean. They're not committing the bodies forward. They're looking to drive the ball long at times. And, you know, young Monaghan, David Monaghan, is sweeping up a lot of balls and has an excellent first half, sweeping up their balls. And what he does, Sean, when he wins that ball, he's starting to transition straight away, and they've got the overload, and, you know, Ashbourne are on the back foot straight away. But what they'll need to do, Sean, if they're going to commit bodies, they're going to have to, if they're going to deliver it long, they're going to have to put 1 or 2 more bodies in there. At times they've only 2 men, and, you know, again 3, maybe 4 men at a time. You know, it's less than a 50% chance of winning it. So if they're going to go through the hands, they're going to have to commit the runners and go for it. They have to go for it now in the second half.
They certainly will, being 7 down. By the way, we can confirm that second substitution was Adam Doran, the number 28 that came in for the number 14, Niall Daly. That's probably telling as well, so it is from an Ashbourne perspective. They've been forced into 2 changes as well. They know they're in bother here. Yeah, and it's interesting too is they've took off the 14 who they were going direct to, took off the 4 and replaced them with a forward. So look, at they feel that they're not getting enough out of their forwards, and they brought on 2 forwards. But I mean, look, it's hard to see from making them 2 changes how they're going to get any success from it if they're not committing bodies forward, Sean. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a very interesting and exciting first half, it must be said there. Point for point inside the opening quarter with us here. Nothing to separate the sides. And then all of a sudden, Abbey just turned it on, it must be said, being brilliantly led by their midfielder, Kevin Muldoon. That direct running, freestyle running of his is causing all sorts of bother to this Ashbourne rearguard, so it is. And it is them, Abbey, Donegal, the vocational school in Donegal, that are leading by 7 points, 10 points to 3 here at the break. It is a strong breeze, it is a stiff breeze. We talked about that. We said the team with the breeze on their back maybe would want to have at least 4 or 5 points. Well, Abbey have a little bit more extra in the bank for themselves there as well. So Ashbourne with it all to do in the second half. Half time with us here in St Tiernach's Park in this Paddy Drummond Cup Senior B Football Schools final. It is Abbey Vocational School Donegal 10 points, Ashbourne Community School 3. On it inside there for Abbey, coming back out off his left. Has he done enough? The roar will tell you behind. A fine, I think it is, and he's looking across. He's got the support coming of Kettle there, so he has nice ball transfer back off, and we have a reply score on the opposite side. 2-1 against Tiernach's Park, but he managed to get it back in behind to McGrory, and back in again. He's going on the return. Conor McCahill, an opportunity off his left. Good hands from the goalkeeper. Make sure you match what's going to the opposite side. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. That's the case, but Abbey will be very the management will be very disappointed with it. I think that has cleared that danger. Now he's just been bottled up, so he has to come back out again. O'Sullivan is on this one, off his right. Oh, that's a brilliant score. Carr putting it up in front, looking for William to cut the opening score for Abbey. He's going to come back round on that trusted left peg again. Oh, this lad is sweet. Opportunity for Abbey now to go one to the good here again. It's that man once more. It's that trusty left boot. Up to space, and here we go. There's one presenting itself now. Aaron McGrory's going to get it on the right boot. It looks like another wonderful score. That's brilliant. Maybe a little bit of confusion, but they've continued on with it. This is very straight, direct running from the midfielder, I think it was there. That's a brilliant score. I think the minute it leaves his foot, whether it's going or not, so we'll know by their cheer if it's going to work or not. Yeah, you hear the cheer, and that get up through the middle. Lovely ball, going to play down inside in front here. Could be another opportunity for Abbey to get another score for themselves. That's beautiful, direct. Just selling dummies for the sake of selling dummies. And it's back inside once more to Aaron McGrory. McGrory from a long way out. That's a one. They're very strong as well in breaking tackles. That was Carr back off here again. Here he goes once more. Muldoon. Chipped it in and over the bar. Welcome back to St Tiernach's Park here. Timing is impeccable because Ashbourne are forced out of the dressing rooms. They're keen to get out here and try and rectify the scoreboard for themselves. 2 changes they did make in that first half. They brought off a defender, Max Duffy. They brought on Joe Murray, a forward, the number 17, and they also brought off their full forward, Niall Daly, and they brought in the number 28, Adam Doran. So I'm just looking to see, I'm sure we'll get confirmation if there's any other changes that they've made maybe in the dressing room at half time. Abbey of Donegal, of course, their opposition here today. And if you're just joining us maybe for the start of this second half, you'll notice Martin McNally, their referee, coming out as well. It was a game in the opening quarter that was point for point. 2 teams really just sort of sussing each other out, working each other out. 3 points apiece, as I noted, by about the 12th, 13th minute. And then just a run of scores from Abbey. They just seemed to click. They seemed to work out a system that was working for themselves. And they run off, as noted, then them 8 unanswered scores or 7 unanswered scores to add to the 3 that they had matched up with Ashbourne at that stage to take in a 10-point-3 lead. Now, it does come with a slight caveat. We've talked here about the breeze as well. It is blowing from right to left as we look out here. It'll be very telling maybe just how big a factor that breeze is, as Ashbourne will have it on their backs here in the second half. We should note the support that was behind the goals, that was acting as a fourth or third umpire for us. They have now moved. They are Abbey supporters. They have now moved down to our right-hand side to try and cheer on and bring in every score. There you see them, all lined up behind on the stand down to our right hand side here as well, and they've certainly added to a wonderful festive feel, it must be said, to this encounter. Great noise, great support from the crowd that is here as well. And we were just talking there at half time, Kieran, and it's an old cliched line, but the opening scores of this second half are going to be very telling. Ashbourne, 1 or 2 scores, suddenly they're right back in this game because they will know they have a breeze on their back that could be a factor. Abbey come out, even just put another point on the board, it's all of a sudden Ashbourne looking up and going, this could be a long second half.
No, indeed, you're right, Sean. It is a cliche to say that the first 2 scores are critical, and you're right, if Abbey do tag them on, the heads might drop from Ashbourne. But ultimately, this is an All-Ireland final, and you would expect these boys to go to the bitter end. So what does Ashbourne have to do to turn this around, Sean? We know they're direct kicking team into the full forward line. What they need to do is commit more bodies to that full forward line if they're going to go direct. I don't see them changing, especially with the wind at their back. I expect them to go long and direct as early as possible. Commit bodies to the attack. Take the shot when it's on, and hopefully just plug away at it and keep taking away at the points, and get themselves back into a position where they can compete and push on then, and then Abbey, just another cliche I suppose, just keep doing what you're doing. They've been very good moving the ball, they've been patient on the ball, they can deliver at speed too, they can play you anyway, so they're very comfortable, Sean. So it'll be interesting to see what Ashbourne bring to this second half. It
will indeed. The one thing we noted about Ashbourne the whole way through this championship for themselves, because they come through a North Leinster championship, then a Leinster final, then a semi-final to make their way to the final, they scored goals. They haven't threatened a goal as of yet. And you talked about maybe when it worked for them before with the long ball going in, maybe finding Sullivan, he would be left one-on-one. And he seems like a player, if he is left one-on-one, he will come out better in them battles. He's not getting that opportunity, and that's good tactical work from Abbey. They're not allowing that.
It's brilliant, obviously, with the full-time sweeper and another +1 sitting back in front of him as well. So it's very difficult to break it down. But here we go, Sean, direct straight away into the full forward line, and this time it has been overturned.
It has indeed, yeah. So Ashbourne still going with their ply, but again the hands coming in there of the number 5 Keelan Sweeney to break that one down, and so way over on the far side with Abbey there again, back into their centre back. That was McRae that was on it there. Back again, just a little momentarily blip with the solo. It's gone the whole way back to the goalkeeper, Daniel McGinty. And again Abbey just want to be careful. They will play it a lot more through the hands here now, one would envisage, to try and get it up the field. It's a quick interchange between Monaghan and McRae. It's back with Monaghan again, momentarily taken out of his hand, but he still holds on to it. It's back once more again. That looks like McRae that's on it there, over on that far side, run across to 45. Nice ball played up in front here. That looks like, is it Conor McCahill that was inside there, and again the ball just broken down, and that was McIver that was back there. He covers a lot of ground as the big number 12, and here they go again, that direct ball up this time. It is work, but it's Ashbourne is 1-on-3 inside with their centre forward Dylan Kettle there, managed to get it to O'Sullivan, and now we do see the little bit of running from O'Sullivan off his right. He pops it in, and has he done it? That's over the bar. That's what we want to see from O'Sullivan inside there, and that's what Ashbourne want to see from O'Sullivan.
That's better. Look, at a lot of work to do to get that shot away. You know, the Abbey had a +1 or +2 there, and that's brilliant to see. Look, they need to get the ball into O'Sullivan, because he's the danger man. Get him on it and he'll get you scores.
He will indeed. He done very well, because he was being well marshalled by 2 if not 3 Abbey players, but he managed to get a score away, and that's what I was noting about him. He does have that ability to be able to do that. And again, Abbey winning the ball out round the middle of the field for themselves here. So they are 10 points to 4. 2 minutes into this second half. Big switch of the ball over to this near side with us here to Mogan, Oisín Mogan. He's crossing over the 45-metre line. Player had come out, the forward come out to meet him, and then went back in again. Now it's with that forward inside McGrory. McGrory back out again then to Meehan. Meehan just not fancying it off his left there, so the breeze maybe is a factor. He would have definitely taken that one on in the first half. Nice little turning, jinxing inside here by Senan Carr, so it is. Senan Carr, and Carr wins himself the free. Dead centre, and again jinxy run. We noted, we seen him do that in the first half. He laid on a wonderful score for Muldoon. This time he took it on himself there, and his foul just on the pull up to it as well. But lovely and tricky play from Abbey.
Yeah, he is. He's brilliant wee footballer too, Senan. He was fouled on that occasion. You're right, Sean. His centre of gravity's down low to ground. He's very difficult to tackle. He's jinxing the ball. He's speedy. He'll twist and he turn, and ultimately he's penetrating that defence and getting, you know, these handy free kicks in front of. He's been excellent for Abbey as well, Sean.
He has. Meehan on this one, swings it in.
He
put that wide.
Wow.
Wow was right. Oh, that could be very telling, because having conceded a point, I said what you always want to do is try to get one right back, and that was the opportunity for Abbey. I was interested in that build-up to that attack. Meehan had a chance of his left even to swing one over, and he turned back in again, and I said if it had been the opposite side of the field, he would have taken it on. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't think wind would be a factor there. Maybe there was just a little bit of incomplacency, maybe just thinking it was done and dusted, and just pulled it to the wrong side of the post and wide. So it's a poor wide. It's only their 4th wide that I can note down.
Yeah,
3 in the
4th
first half.
Sean, yeah.
So it's Ashbourne on the attack. A little let off for them there, so they still keep it to within 6. Working it through the hands. Are they committing more forward here? Still working it deep down into the corners. Looking inside for Sullivan again. Oh, what a score. We're directly behind this one. Oh, Sullivan, step up, young man, and take a bow. There was nothing on. Let's swing it.
I'll ask you this, Sean. Where have you seen that before? Manzi-esque. What? That was just unbelievable. 5-6 yards in from the sideline. Pulled the trigger. An unbelievable score here at Tiernach Park.
Well, we said the couple of scores at the start of this second half would be telling. They've come the way of Ashbourne. O'Sullivan has suddenly lit up this game with 2 points, but you were right. Conor McManus type there with that effort, because there was nothing else for him, and he just backed himself. Abbey now going to the opposite side of the field. It's Leo McGowan there, full back, that's going up into a full forward position. He plays it back out again then to McGrory behind him, the full back to the full forward, back into the corner then to Conor McCahill. McCahill just getting bollocked up.
Yeah,
and
that's better.
Ashbourne, you can see there's confidence suddenly coursing through them. 2 points, and they've reduced it back to a 5-point game here. And here they go again then with Dylan Kettle. Kettle putting it up again, looking for Sullivan. Sullivan has 2 men over on him side there. He's going to play this ball inside. Oh, that's brilliant work. Oh, the Ashbourne player did get a hand to it inside there. I thought that Abbey had got back and had cleared the danger. Player goes down, but the ball is lost, and it's Abbey that are going to come out with it. I think everybody was waiting on the referee to blow a whistle one way or another there, but Martin McNally happy just to keep the whistle where it is and the play continue on, and it's Abbey that's over there. Lots of turnovers going on, and it's O'Sullivan, it looks like it. I think it's back. That's a throw ball, yeah. No, he's given the foul. I thought he originally given it for a throw ball, but he's initiated that it was actually the hand of the player was being held. And another opportunity here for Ashbourne to draw this one back to a 4-point game. And they're right back in this one.
It's heating up lovely, Sean. So it is. What are we, 6 minutes into the first half? It's heating up. The intensity is lifted. The aggression on the tackling from Ashbourne has risen dramatically in the second half. And that's what they need to do. They need to put the pressure on, high up the pitch, exactly what they're doing. And they've got a turnover now. And hopefully another score for them.
Can they make it count? It's a difficult angle, but it's nothing to the Ashbourne player that was over in that corner that took that one. And that's a brilliant score. I think it was the number 11, was it? Dylan Kettle, I think, that put that one over. It was indeed. So back to a 4-point game.
Number 5 actually hit that for them.
Number 5. I got that one. So a great score from Patrick Moran. And Ashbourne have won it again in the centre here. So Abbey just needing to, and again, Mark McNally, he doesn't buy any sort of falling lightly, immediately signalling to the player just to get up and get on with it, and I'm sure they will do that. Well, they are receiving treatment. It was just a clash. It's with O'Sullivan. He can't do it a second time from this corner, can he? No, but he's going to play it back out again. It's inside
Short.
to another player inside the Adam Doran, and there's a block come across on that one. Foot block? No, not. The referee's just happy that it was a body block that was on it. It's going to be a 45 here, and that was Adam Doran, the number 28, that came in as a first half substitute that was on that one. But it's amazing just to see the difference in Ashbourne, and we did note the first couple of scores, the start of the second half, would be very telling. Ashbourne have got them, and all of a sudden they realise we're in the game.
It's a new lease of life, Sean. It's confidence, and it takes time for teams to build into it. Unfortunately for Ashbourne, it took them 32 minutes or 34 minutes, but they're in this game, right back in it. And as we say, Megan inside is O'Sullivan. Sorry, is the danger man. They need to get the ball to him as often as they can. But you'd fancy this man with the wind at his back.
It's a 45. Look at how far behind the 40. Normally you're trying to gain a yard. He's actually taking it back. The confidence that's obviously coursing through this young man. It is Kettle that's on this one. Will he put it in and put it? Oh, he pulls it to the wrong side of the post and wide. Maybe it was just the perfect tuff to get his foot under it.
Maybe so, Sean, yeah. And they've gone with the full push here again. They've gone man on man, so they're going after it. Fair play to them. They're going after it.
Yeah, so they're going to put pressure on Aaron Lee here with his restart. He's going to come out. No, it's going to go back down into the centre, and his Kettle broke it down. It's bouncing about, and it's in the hands of Ashbourne here again. And now they are a wave of black and red that's going forward, and an opportunity. Can they make it count? Can they? What? Yes, it's a beautiful score. I think it was McIver that was under that one. Michael McIver, I think, that was underneath that one to put that one in and over the bar. And now they have reduced it back to a 3-point game. 4 unanswered points at the start of this second half.
Yeah, Michael McIver, what a score. Very comfortable on that too. He was very composed when he struck that inside of the boot, probably 40, 50 yards out again, Sean. These guys know they've a wind at their back, and they're comfortable taking them long shots out. The full push on now, Sean. Need another turnover. And they've got it. And
they've got it with a big mark in the middle of the field. Well, it's a game of two halves, proverbially, already here, so it is. And Abbey will just look now to try and get a moment or two of possession of a ball here. But it's Ashbourne that are coming, as I said. It's just a wave after wave after wave after wave. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. That's a second wide. But there's the difference being now, and again, the breeze definitely is the factor. Ashbourne, they're pulling the trigger now. What Abbey done in the first half, Ashbourne now are doing in the second half.
Yeah, and probably it was a wee bit harsh on them in the first half, Sean, in terms of the transition. Obviously, the wind is hugely important factor down at pitch level. Another turnover from the kick out, which is huge.
It is indeed. It looked like it was touching the ground, but I think it was blindside again of McNally. But again, the turnover's going to come here. Brilliant work. They're just in packs, so they are like a pack of wolves around the man with the ball, and it's working for them. And they've won themselves another free here as well. And the Ashbourne support here now are getting that wee bit more vocal as well, so they are. And his Kettle is going to stand over this one. It is indeed. A player down, just Ashbourne player gingerly picking himself up off the ground as well as their centre back in there. It's Mackey, I think it is, Aidan Mackey that was down, but it's Kettle is standing over this one. Bringing this game nicely to the boil, if you don't pardon the pun on that one. So he is. He catches it. Oh, it's not going to pull in enough. No, it's not. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. That's 7 wides, 4 first half, 3 in this second half. But they're going for it, that's all you can ask.
Two big things, Sean. Their intensity levels have risen dramatically, and the retention rate from Abbey has fallen dramatically. As in, Ashbourne now have torn the screw there as well. They've won the last 3 kickouts in a row, and this is now giving them a platform to attack.
It is, and Aaron Lee, the goalkeeper, he has to go long to the middle.
Again.
Yeah, and the overload's happening and working for them there, because he can't go short because the press is on him as well. So tactically, it's a big change from Ashbourne too. And here they are again, hand to ball. Can they reduce it even further? Long ball played inside here, so it is, and it's back out to the right hand side, cutting back in once more. It's their corner forward that's inside there, Jack Doran just partially blocked down. He's coming back out onto the left. It's going across the face of goal. It's another wide.
That's 3, Sean, in a row, is it?
Yeah, it is 3 wides in a row. They're 4 for this half. Lee running out, he's trying, Aaron Lee that is, he's trying to maybe, can he get a short kick out? There's a change being made, and now it's Abbey that are going to make the changes. So it is over on that far side, and we'll take a look to see who it's coming in. And it's the number 21, is it, or 27? It's 27, I think, that has come in, and it's the number 12 that's going off. So And one man we talked about in the first half, direct running, we haven't mentioned in the second, hasn't got hand the ball just as of yet, is Kevin Muldoon. So it's not working out around the middle for them there at the moment. That's a foul. So Abbey have an opportunity here maybe just to work or build something for themselves. That's Jonathan O'Driscoll that has come in there.
Yeah, I was looking for Muldoon there, Sean, just as you were speaking, to see was he still on the pitch, because he was so influential in the first half. But he is loitering around the midfield there, probably getting his breath, because he put in a super effort in the first half. They need him on the ball, Sean.
They do, yeah. And Abbey just need time on the ball. They haven't had it in the opening sort of 9 minutes. We're 11 minutes into this second half, and for about 9 of them, they've been really under the cosh.
Here he goes.
Concession of 4 points, and here he goes, Muldoon, and here he goes, cross the 45, Muldoon up onto the arc of the D. Oh, lovely little ball played inside to Meehan. Meehan's going to come back out onto his left, and he pops it in and over the bar. Well, we may have thought, is he on the field? Muldoon was just a ride back, and Meehan has contributed, and Abbey needed that one. It's the first score of the second half. It's taken all of 12 minutes, but it was back to the simple thing, direct running.
It's no coincidence when that man gets on the ball that there's a result at the other end. He is a key factor for Abbey today. They need him on the ball as often as possible if they're going to be successful here today, Sean.
Ball coming up along this near side, done very well. Did the substitute Joe Murray to come in this first half, just he kept his body inside the line when that ball was delivered to him, because the sideline was being used as the extra defender. Big switches on if they wanted. No, going the long ball inside. Oh, it just come off the hands inside there of Monaghan. It's gone for a 45. But you were just late, and I could see, Kieran, the big switch was to go the other way, but Ashbourne again, they went with the long. It has worked. They've got a 45 out of it, but they seem to be in their DNA to go straight,
go direct,
long ball in,
very linear. Where Abbey are very smart. If it's not on, they'll switch it across and try and exploit them wide open areas. And Ashbourne are obviously a lot more linear, a lot more direct, and they're looking for that direct ball every time.
And Kettle again, he stepped back.
Yeah.
The only man I would see even attempt to do that is over in the NFL, trying for the moment is Rory Beggan. But Dylan Kettle, he's happy to take a yard back as well. So he is. It's a perfect angle for him now. He'll aim for the far post, I would have thought, to hopefully draw it back. Oh, he's caught it wrong, but it might still work out for them there. He just seemed to slice the ball inside, but it's still with Ashbourne. Great block coming across on that one. It's going to come back out again. Can they work a score? Lots of tackles going in, and Abbey player going down there under that tackle, and they've won themselves the free, and they've won themselves the free out. I think that's what Mark McNally is signalling, but it was a strong tackle in there, and it was just a collision of bodies, so it was, when they went in on each other there as well. And hopefully the Abbey player will be fit to continue. It was just a clash of bodies as they were all going in looking for the ball there, and I think the signal the referee had given Mark McNally is that it's going to be a free out, I think, because the Abbey player appeared to be held up then when he was in possession of the ball. So it's just probably another chance just going a bag in there maybe.
Another chance, but very good by Abbey there. They put a lot of pressure and intensity on it. Must be said, both teams are very brave and courageous here, because there was a collision of a number of bodies and not one man took a backward step, Sean, and you know, you have to commend them for the bravery, and there's a lot on the line, Sean, and you know, these boys realise this is the only opportunity many of them will ever get to play in an All-Ireland final, and they know what's on the line, and they're willing to sacrifice a lot here today.
They are indeed. The player is back up there again. I think it's Sweeney, was it? It was Killen Sweeney. It was at the bottom of that, and it is a free for Abbey here. Take it quickly. Look at trying to get Muldoon onto it. Nice quick interchange of hands there, so it was, and again, player dragged down once more. Abbey will be happy with this, keeping them in possession of the ball. It was Senan Carr, another man that is highly impressed, it must be said here as well, from an Abbey perspective, just a little bit static there in his movement, but all of a sudden the afterburners are turned on by Senan Carr. Oh, the bounce just took it away from him, and he wins himself the free. He's a tricky little customer, because I thought the ball maybe had bounced away from him, but he was caught then as he tried to rectify his body position again. But that's 2 frees that he has won for Abbey in this second half as well, so it is just by that little bit of trickery that he poses. Yeah, in fairness to him, I did note him down in the first half too. He is instrumental in the forward line. His pace, his pace over the first 5 or 10 yards, Sean, gets him away initially from the defender, but then the centre of gravity so low, he can jink you and turn you, and he turned a man in a sixpence. He's just phenomenal, so he is. And it was a free kick too. It was. Now, Meehan missed the last opportunity that he had here. This one's a bit further out, a wee bit maybe more central, so he'd be looking just to get this one. A lot of height on the ball. And again, the spectators, no, again he pulls it to the wrong side. Well, the umpires seemed a little underside, but the supporters behind never reacted to it. And they are Abbey supporters, so I knew by there no reaction from them that it had gone to the wrong side of the post.
Two let-offs, Sean.
Two big let-offs for Ashbourne, two poor misses from Abbey, and it's Ashbourne. Well, they'll feed into this. There's 4 between them, 11 points to 7. We're 16 minutes gone in this second half, and the Ashbourne player, Abbey tried to claim he was over-carrying. Martin McNally thought different, that he was being bottled up and couldn't get the ball out. It's with McIver here. Got a score for Ashbourne. Quickly across into the hands of the captain, Evan O'Kane. Will it be him that'll be climbing the steps now? One wonders. Well, Ashbourne need a few more scores for that to happen, and they're going the right way about it here, it must be said at the moment. Again, cutting inside once more. It's great work over there. It's hard work. And again, Abbey do get the bodies back. Brilliantly done by Connor McCahill inside there. Doing very well, played out and it's into the hands then of Donald Gallagher, and Gallagher now has the head down and looking forward, passes the first tackle that comes his way, sold a little dummy and took like 2 hops there, maybe not. Oh, brilliant hand coming in there and comes across, but Abbey managed to get players back across, and again another brilliant tackle going across just to win possession. Ground maybe a little heavy, and Ashbourne win themselves the free, so they do. It's with their midfielder there, that's George Hickey inside there, but a passage of play that was just turnover after turnover, so it was.
It must be said the referee is adding to the occasion here, because he's given nothing soft. You have to earn your free kicks here today, and rightly so. It's an All-Ireland final, Sean, but that passage of play was phenomenal. One team in possession overturned, opposition seemed to open up for them for Abbey, and then a brilliant tackle there to knock the ball out of, I don't know, it was a Megan coming forward, his tackle knocked the ball out of his hands. It was a brilliant tackle.
Paddy Gormley, or Patrick Gormley, has come in for Aaron McGrory on the Abbey team. So both management teams now turning to the bench. Fresh legs is a big factor in this game as we head into the remaining quarter here. Well, 12 minutes of it, 4 between them, 11 points to 7. Abbey with just a 1 point in this second half. Ashbourne with 4 points to their name. It has been, I suppose, and we've noted the game of 2 halves for the moment. A strapped leg there I can see on Alexander McCann, but it doesn't seem to be phasing him or slowing him down in any way. Big switch crossover to the far side, and Ashbourne maybe now getting a little cute with it, because they are then spreading it out. Nice ball played inside here, and it could be an opportunity for another score coming off the right. Have they got it? It's another wide. That's what it is. 5 wide second half, and will these now count against them? But it's interesting, and you talked about they're not. That wasn't linear there, as you talked about. They were smart. They done what Abbey were doing. They went out on the wings and tried to draw it back in again.
Changed the direction of play, found the pocket of space, and got the shot off, which was a comfortable enough shot, and you'd feel he should have got it. That is the big difference in the two teams, Sean. The conversion rate in Abbey the first half was phenomenal, whereas I think it's 5 wides, 4 or 5 wides in the second half here. But they really need to turn that one.
They do indeed. Aaron Lee goes short with his kick out again. Done very well. Did Abbey play? There's been another change, I think, on the Ashbourne team as well. We'll just get confirmation of that one in a moment. But again, the ball has been turned over right round the middle here, and we're just looking to see. We did know Kevin Muldoon, and I think he has been going forward in anticipation of the ball getting that far. It hasn't been happening. They need to get him, as noted, back on a ball out round the middle from an Abbey perspective, but it's Ashbourne here at the moment, so it is, and it's in then with O'Kane there again, and he comes out to this left-hand side. Nice ball, O'Sullivan. He's shaping it up. O'Sullivan, he's looking. Willis, no, it's hanging in the air. It's going to come dropping down here again, and it's gone wide, but we could see him from here, just setting that one up, looking for it.
The wind definitely took that, Sean, because the trajectory of it was in the right direction, and unfortunately it hung for him. The wind did push it towards the left, but he's not afraid to have a crack as well, Sean. So last 10 minutes now, Sean, 4 points in it, so still all to play for.
Most confirmation of substitution. I think it's Jack Doran that has gone off. I'm not so sure of the number maybe that came in, but I'm sure we'll pick up on it in a moment or two. It's Abbey here at the moment, coming out with Terence McGovern. McGovern then a ball down in front here to Senan Carr. He's a little bit far out maybe from an Abbey perspective to cause harm, but he got hand to ball. It's back in again then to their number 10, Tiernach Carr. Carr back again then to the number 5, that's Keelan Sweeney. Sweeney quickly into the hands there of Carr once more. Or not Carr, it is Tiernach Carr, in fact, And again, and now he goes off the shoulder here. Strong running from Tiernach Carr. He has a player off to his right-hand side. He looked to try and get the Conor McCahill in on it there, but it pulled off his hand and it's back with the goalkeeper, Aaron Lee. And he comes back out here again, and it's across here, and there's an Ashbourne player down in need of attention, as Cramp appears to be, but Ashbourne are continuing on with it here with Muldoon. Not Muldoon, it's Hickey in the middle of the field. It's Ashbourne that's on the ball here, and it's with Hickey. He switches it away over to the far side and putting it up into the corner, just looking at player still down with Cramp. So Ashbourne effectively playing just with 14 here at the moment. And back out again and still holding on to ball. It's with the number 10, that's Evan O'Kane, their captain, and he's stood up. He wins himself the free. Big 10 minutes coming up now for both sides here, 4 between them. I don't think we're in the territory just as of yet where Ashbourne would need the goal. There's still enough time for them to pick up points.
There's plenty of time left yet, Sean. But they do need this one. You'll feel they need this one, Sean. So this is a big kick.
It is indeed. And starting over it again, I think it is there, number 5. It's over there. Patrick Moran, and he looks... No, he's gone again. Well, depending on how this game goes, when they look back on them, they will look... It was the Kettle, I think, was it?
The Kettle, yeah. The rude chances, Sean.
They will just look back on them and say they had the opportunities. The stats don't lie. McGinty here with the restart. Played it down, hand goes up. Abbey need to just get players across here in support. Sideline being used as an extra defender, but they managed to get it away, and now it's out. This young man, Tiernach Carr's getting involved in the game a lot more in the last few moments, so he has, and has played across inside. Carr going on it again, so he is. Nice little shimmy to his right. Ball played inside to Conor McCahill. There's an opportunity here. Block coming, a brilliant dive and block across in front of it here, but the referee was playing the advantage. It's going to come back out again, and it's going to be a free in for Abbey, but that was a full-length body block right across on Conor McCahill there, and the first real goal opportunity we've seen from either side, and I think it was Muldoon that was down on the ground there from that initial challenge. But we talked about Senan Carr there. Tiernach Carr has really come into it in the last few moments with those little jinxy runs of his as well.
The last 2 attacks, he's been central to both attacks, so he has Tiernach. He's been very direct too, very smart, drawing in the opposition player, a quick 1-2, and all of a sudden it opens up for him, and that is the first real goal opportunity that we've seen, Sean. But what a save and tackle it was from the Ashbourne defender. It was. Well, Conor Meehan,
he's had 2 chances. They were a lot more easier than this. This is a difficult one, but then it could be an easier one because it's angled perfectly for the left foot. Far post, draw it in. We'll wait for the support. He's got this one. The sweet spot has been hit with that one, and they needed that. And that's wonderful confidence from the young man, because he had missed 2 relatively easy ones, and he still stood up.
Sign of a good player, Sean. You know, you get knocked down, you get back up. You get knocked down, you get back up, and then you put the next one over the bar, and he's done that. It's great mentality from the young man.
6 minutes remaining, and now we maybe are moving into the territory of a green flag being required maybe for Ashbourne, because there's 5 between them here. It's with McIver, and they're back just to the long ball going in. O'Sullivan, he doesn't even want to look for the mark. He's going to continue on. He's going to come off his right, and he puts it in and over the bar. He didn't even contemplate the mark. He just wanted to turn and kick it, O'Sullivan.
Yeah, again, it's a great burst of pace to get away from 2 or 3 defenders there and get the score. A badly needed score, it must be said, Sean. With 5-6 minutes left on the clock, you would feel that the green flag would need to be raised. So a wee bit more directness now, perhaps, from the Ashbourne point of view.
And 30 has come in for Ashbourne there as well. That's Matthew Chewett has come in. And it looks like it's the number 6, the half-back, is it? Aidan Mackey that has gone off. And he seems to be just questioning maybe the change, just what we could see there off camera. And it's going to be a free here for Abbey. Is it a black card? Well, he's walking towards the line.
He must have got a black.
No, I'm not so sure. No, he's gone over to get instruction. I think that's what it was, yeah. I think that's what it was. Or has he gone off? He actually has gone. Maybe it's a substitution. There seems to be a little bit of confusion there. But he had started the long walk anyway the minute that the foul was conceded. But it's inside here again with Abbey once more. And Abbey have got another point for themselves. A wonderful score inside. I don't know, was that Senan Carr that maybe was underneath that one? But it was a brilliant score for Abbey, and they've pushed it back out again for themselves. Yeah, it was Senan Carr, I think, was it, that was pushed out. And we'll just try to get confirmation. Was that a...
Yeah, it was Senan Carr, yeah. Just need to
confirm, why that Ashbourne player had gone off there as well. Long ball going to come in. Daniel McGinty will have plenty of time to deal with this one, and Abbey have weathered the storm for themselves, so they have here, so they have black card.
Yeah, they're down to 14.
14, a black card, yeah. It was a black card, so or Martin McNally obviously had flashed it very quickly. I knew with the player, the way he had walked, that he knew it was a sanction. And
Muldoon,
now, bursting through Muldoon. Can he finish it off? Can he? Just to the wrong side of the post and wide. We just wanted to see that one rattle the net for the performance that young man has put in for today. But nobody come near him, straight down through the middle.
He deserved it. They're lacking that extra man now, and that big gap did appear. I suppose when they were up 15, that gap wasn't there. And if any man's going to exploit it, it's going to be him. And he was unfortunate with that. He done everything right bar to finish. Look at Sean, 3.5 minutes left. It's 13 points playing 8. It's a massive, massive uphill task now for Ashbourne.
It certainly is. And I know we're charged here with picking player of the match, so we will be doing that, and we will bring you the details of it very, very shortly. So we will. But it's Ashbourne on the attack here at the moment. That's a wonderful swing. And no, again, it's to the wrong side of the post and wide. So it is that it has gone to the wrong side of the post and wide. And another wide for Ashbourne, and another change then for Muldoon, or for Abbey here. So it is, and it looks like it's their number 15, is it, that's going off? It is indeed, yeah. So Conor Meehan going off there, and the number 22 coming in is Daniel McIntyre. So they can afford to do that now. They look like they have the Paddy Drummond Cup heading back up to the hills of Donegal. Donegal football on a high at the moment. Jimmy McGuinness up there.
He's torn the
top of Division 2.
Flying it.
We'll just watch where this one goes. Popping it in. Crashes off the crossbar. So it did. Don't know if McGinty got hand to that one or not. The fingers would be stinging because it would have been nipped between crossbar and ball. So it would have. But even at this level, to be winning at this level, this is developing player. You're involved in development, have been involved in development, Ciara, and this is where it starts. And we can compare it to Monaghan because we're familiar with Monaghan. Monaghan was winning school titles, and that helped develop players into minors, into under 20s, and on to senior teams.
Absolutely, it has a knock-on effect. Of course, it does, Sean. These boys have won big game too to play for their counties, and to play at this level gives them that platform. And ultimately, that's where they all want to be. We all, as juvenile footballers, want to play for our county.
Conor McCahill, he's going to come off his left. What a score. Conor McCahill, he had a player off to his left if he wanted it, but he wanted to take the score. What a score. And Abbey are pushing out the gap once again. It's pushed out to a 6-point game again. They weathered a tough storm from Ashbourne in the opening 20 minutes of this second half. McIver was one of them that led it for Ashbourne. They're going back to the direct style of football once more. It's in with Sullivan again. Sullivan off his right. It's just like table tennis. It's end to end.
It is at the minute. One catch, one kick and over the bar. So it's phenomenal stuff. But I think time's just run out for Ashbourne, and ultimately the man of the match, Sean. There's a number of competitors, I suppose, or people that we could look at, especially Senan Carr, number 11 for Abbey. I think was phenomenal in the second half. Young Torla Carr played a reasonably good game, and so did the two corner forwards. But I think Sean, Kevin Muldoon at number 9 was instrumental for Abbey all day. His penetrating runs and his leadership style. He was a phenomenal player all day today for Abbey.
He was indeed, and there he is. You'll just see him in picture in front. In fact, he can get on to the end of this one. Turlock Carr, no, he gives it off inside. Now there could be a goal, soccer style. Oh, what a way to finish it off. And it is the number 13.
Conor McCahill.
Conor McCahill.
I think he's registered 1-3 or 1-4 today.
I was just going to say he might have a word with us now about the player of the match. We were after giving it to Muldoon, and McCahill stepped up and does that. But Muldoon, in fairness, you were right. He led this team, particularly in the first half. His direct style of running caused an awful lot of difficulty for Ashbourne. But that was brilliant soccer style. Well, Donegal is known well for its soccer skills up there as well, so they do. But now Ashbourne, can they reply with a goal of their own at the opposite end of the field? I'd like to think they can do so. Brilliant block coming across. That's a match-saving block there. Well, the match doesn't need to be saved. Abbey are going to win this one, but it was a block as if it was going to be a score to win it for the opposition. And there's another player, I must say, that has come into his own in this second half. Turlock Carr has stepped up in this second half, so he has. And it's over now on the far side with the number 4. That's Donald Gallagher over there for Abbey, so it is. And Abbey are going to be crowned the Paddy Drummond Cup Senior B football final champions for 2024. They're going to follow in the footsteps of St Eunan's in 1979 and De La Salle of Ballyshannon in 1980. And they are backboned, as we noted, by this Four Masters team. Well, here is Muldoon, another little ball played inside. It's amazing what the extra player can do. Oh, great save by the goalkeeper there. I think McCahill took a knock for his troubles when he was going in. It was the sub that had the opportunity inside there, the number 22, Daniel McIntyre. It probably would have been hard on Ashbourne for a second goal that went in. It certainly, yes, it looks like a comprehensive win for Abbey here when we look at the scoreboard. But they've been full value for it as well, it must be said. Ashbourne threw everything at it. They will rue maybe them 6 wides in the second half that could have really put a little bit of pressure back on Abbey. And just Abbey, they seemed to weather the storm. When Ashbourne went down to 14 players, it opened it up again to suit Abbey.
It did. There's no doubt about that. They scored 1-1 or 1-2 in the space of that black card, so it obviously had a huge impact on it. But notwithstanding that they were full value for their winning, for the margin at half time was 6 or 7 points, Sean. So they weathered that storm. They worked tremendously hard as a team, and they've pushed on in the last 10 minutes. Exactly what a good team does, Sean. They'll do exactly that. They'll suck up all the pressure and then hit you on the counter, and they've done that. They're very, very worthy of their.
There is Kevin Muldoon. There is our man of the match there. And as I noted, particularly on his first half performance, the direct run and style, his ability just to physically break challenges, and the number of scores that he both laid on and had 1 or 2 for his own name then as well. During that period of time when they really took control of the game, they were being led by him. And I think, in fairness, a very worthy player of the match here, and it looks like there is an Abbey player in a bit of difficulty here as well, just on the field. Not how we want to see the game maybe finishing out. We've gone into the 32nd minute. Abbey are going to be crowned champions, and it's the number 6 I think it is that's over there, or maybe the number 8. So there is changes then being made as well on the Abbey team. They're just sort of formalities now at this stage, so they are. And one thing we should note then about Abbey as well, because I noted about Ashbourne, they scored goals in every game on their way up to this. They never threatened a goal today, and that's good work from Abbey as well to cut out that threat.
Not even that, Sean. It was smart management. They played a full-time sweeper. They knew that threat was there, that directness from Ashbourne was there, and they cut that out from number. And I must mention him too. David Monaghan was a potential player of the match as well. His work rate, in fairness, the whole 15, the whole defensive system and structure was very much intact today, and the work rate was phenomenal. But the sweeper in particular played a very, very pivotal role today for Abbey.
And it was Callum Craig's just gone off there, limping heavily. Hopefully he will be okay. I'm sure when it comes presentation time, it'll maybe soften the pain, knowing that he's an All-Ireland winner. He's just down receiving treatment. It appears maybe around the rib area, maybe the chest area that he took to knock. Ashbourne, well, they're going to still continue on, and here's a player that has impressed. We were expecting him to do so. Michael O'Sullivan there, he just has played it off again, and Ashbourne going once more inside. McGinty comes up, and again strong hands, goes to it, bobs off heads, but it's back down into the hands once more. All eyes now will be on Martin McNally for the final whistle. There will be a minute or two to be added just to the end of this half. We've gone 34 minutes into this second half, but there was 1 or 2 substitutions that was made, and then there was that delay just for that injury towards the end there as well. It is a free out for Abbey here, and as noted, Abbey are going to be crowned the Paddy Drummond Post-Primary School Senior B Football Champions for 2024. And a wonderful boost, as noted, for Donegal, and what a high they're on at the moment as well. And you consider they're top of Division 2 from a senior perspective. I know the minor leagues and the Ulster under-20 competitions are also underway as well, so it's a busy time for all facets and all levels of football.
The last time they had success at this level, 4 of that team ultimately went on and won Donegal's first All-Ireland senior medal in 1994. I wonder, could this be the start of something fresh for them up there, Sean? The talent's definitely out there, so who knows?
Who knows indeed. It's Abbey over on that far side, playing it deep up into the corner here again, and all of a sudden there's lots of spaces opened up for them there. Back across inside to the number 22, Daniel McIntyre. Come on as a sub. Can he get a point to his name? Yes, he can. A nice little cavalcade and accolade to have for himself just to finish the game off. Pushes it out. It's now 1:15-9. Double scores. Martin McNally's going for the whistle, and the celebrations will commence for Abbey. We see the wonderful supporters. In fairness, they travelled from behind one set of goals down to the other here coming in to celebrate, and this is a moment that'll live with them. I take it there's going to be no homework in Abbey Vocational School now for a month. A month maybe at least. But brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well done both teams, it must be said. It was a highly entertaining and competitive encounter. The scoreboard maybe is probably a little unfair on Ashbourne. The harm done in the first half, 10 points to 3, Abbey had led in the first half, made such wonderful use of the wind, wonderful use, it must be said as well, of their player of the match, and Kevin Bundoon. And in fairness, Ashbourne come out the second half. They rattled off those 4 unanswered points, but they also kicked 3-4 wides in that time as well. And that's ultimate the difference at the end.
Well, the one thing they can say, Sean, is they didn't sit back. They gave it a go, and they did that. They hit 4 unanswered points, and the 5 points that 5 frees or 5 wides that they had in succession is one that they will ruin. They look back, and when they do get a chance to look back. But look at Sean. At the end of the day, this is an All-Ireland final. Only 2 teams in the country can get to it. They're one of them. So that is a remarkable achievement in itself. It's not a big pile of I suppose, to be saying that you get an All-Ireland final consolation.
Yes,
but at the end of the day, Sean, it has to be acknowledged.
It does indeed, yeah. You'll see just the crowds gathering out there in the middle of the field as well. Wonderful moments, obviously, for the victors there. But in fairness, there'll be consolation then for Ashbourne as well. Family and friends and brothers, sisters and all will be here them too, and they will, as I said, on reflection when they look back, it's not 1 or 2 things that beat them. You know, sometimes if it's a 1 point in a game, you would rue something. They look back and they will know it was the 20 minutes of the first half that the harm was done against them, but they can reflect and say, well, we went at it in the start of the second half.
They most certainly did, and they can be proud of themselves for doing that. And you know, that man there that the camera's on at the minute was instrumental in Abbey's success today. And you know, he was hard to handle, and you know, he broke the lanes on more than 2 or 3 occasions. And when you have a player instrumental like that in the opposition, Sean, sometimes they can be the difference. But in this occasion, I must say there was 3 or 4 of them players on the Abbey side, and when you have that, Sean, they're very, very hard to stop, you know. And as you say, Ashbourne did give it their all, and unfortunately for them, it just wasn't enough today. It
wasn't indeed, and as I said, they're lovely moments for this team to be enjoying. They're young players at the end of the day, and we did note, and again should be highlighted, a couple of them players now. They have Ulster Club minor titles to their name, 4 masters. Now they've added a schools to their name as well, and I go back to that about the development of players. The success has to start from somewhere. Obviously it starts with your club, the schools, and schools football has become massive in recent years. Like we always talk about the McGrory Cup, the Hogan Cup and such like, but even at this level, moving down through all the grades, all the levels, it's competitive.
That's where it starts, Sean. Ultimately, that's where it starts. You know, and we know, we're very familiar with the Monaghan scene. Monaghan County Board put a lot of resources and time and effort in the schools 10, 12, 8 years ago, and we've seen the dividends that come of that. This is no different here. This is going to push this group on, this team on, this school on, that community on, and success breeds success, Sean. And no matter what level it's at, it does breed success. And this could be the start of something very. What I would say is, remember the names of these boys, because I wouldn't be surprised to see these boys doing very, very well in years to come.
Absolutely. I just seen Joe Gibney, I think it was there, the manager of the Ashbourne team, inside in the huddle there as well, just having a word with all the boys as well. They are crestfallen today, naturally enough, but as I said, I think they can still walk away with their heads held high and know that they threw everything at it. It wasn't just one maybe mistake or error that cost them in this game, that they know that at the end of the day it was a better team, a more organised team, a more structured team that was able to figure them out, that got the better of them. I believe we're going to go across now for the presentations over on the far side, and interestingly enough, I think Kevin Bundoon, well, it appears to be that he's the captain of this side as well. Well, what more could you have asked of your captain than what we got of him today?
Yeah, he's a great leader. He showed great leadership quality, so he did, and he's a big future. So he could have a lot to say on what happens in Abbey, Donegal football in years to come. So fair play to him.
Absolutely. Just I think picking up on his player of the match accolade there as well. You see some of the wonderful banners that were made up then by the supporting teams here as well. And again, just a word for the crowd, that the 2 crowds have gathered now in the field here in St Tiernach's Park. Brought a brilliant atmosphere, it must be said. There was times we looked up, we thought the place was full. It was like an Ulster final day because of the noise that they brought to it as well. And full credit to the supporters for both teams for doing that. And again, I note back on it, there's something you notice at schools football, is that because there's a real family friend atmosphere to these encounters.
And the players have to be commended for that, because the supporters are reacting to what they see in front of them, and the high intensity and the honesty and the endeavour from the players was remarkable, and that is why you had such a good atmosphere here today. So I would commend obviously the supporters for that atmosphere, but I would lean heavily towards the players to put on the spectacle that they put on today. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely, and as you said, it just added to the sense of occasion. And I suppose we should go as well and just acknowledge Martin McNally and what he contributed, in fairness, as a referee. We all maybe at times can walk away and be saying things and calling into question, and he allowed the game to flow. There was that period of play where there was turnover after turnover after turnover, and it could have blown away. And the players bought into it, in fairness, on the back of it.
Of course he did. And that's I did acknowledge that during commentary, that you're not going to get handy frees. It's an All-Ireland final, and he refereed it expertly. He is a top referee. He's at the top table now, dining with them top referees, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Martin referee in the latter stages of the senior inter-county football final this year in Croke Park.
Well, we'll have just to wait and see. I see the Abbey team are now making their way over. It's a famous place to be. Anyone that's familiar with St Tiernach's Park, Ulster final day of the Anglo-Celt Cup. It's the Paddy Drummond Cup that's going to be handed over here, but it's still the one place the winning team want to be, is climbing those steps over there in the Jerry Arthur stand to be the recipient of the silverware. And as I said, slowly making their way over. Congratulations. The pats on the back will be continuing for them, so they will. And supporters will recall and enjoy this one as well.
Yeah, they're looking to get a wee bit of the players before. It's hard to get them away from the mammies and the daddies to get the cup. They're real important stuff.
The proud mammies and daddies, naturally enough. So we'll hand over to the presentation party here. The captain actually wasn't marked in the programme book for us here, but I'm sure we'll find that out now in the next few moments or so. As the crowd now gathering, and the players will be making their way up them steps. I think just confirmation of teams and numbers maybe, and I'm sure all's in order and all's in place. And it looks like it's the number 11. In fact, it's the captain, Senan Carr, another man that must be said played his part in this victory for Abbey here today. And Muldoon could be joint captains. Muldoon has come across to be alongside him there as well.
From his Shivers Wood, here's Scullen the Heron, I guess Scullen the Olu, Leas the Himmaha, or Kevin Muldoon, Scullen the Manistra, Monaghan now. Anisha Kaisha, or Scullen, here one Scullen in the Heron, why not Mawihas Adol, listen there Scullen you, as Sliha, or Doi, a hundred Richard Shaw, Illinois, Myson, Dundaura. Why not Mawihas Adol, listen Rachel, Martin McNally, August Ifiki and Mawihas Foster, listen coming action on Shaw Illinois, Aston Creature, a Huxley, doing the new, and a last starter Shaw. We have special Anish, Masita. As Takia, agus area, at the top of the hills calendar, let me phone that giant in the news. My shoes for heat, Masita, agus going to get my order. Dundastal East, the Hillary and the other News. Covron, the Public.
Appears to have lost his mic there, I think, on the PA system. Set of batteries might be required over there. We've all been there in them situations, Kieran.
Yeah,
I have handled many a cordless mic myself, and there is nothing worse. Oh, they've got the second one in place here for him, so they have.
They brought on the sub, but he's not performing either. There we go.
Masita, Paddy, Drummond,
And there you have it, Senan Carr. He is the captain. Kevin Muldoon had been up there alongside him, obviously picking up his player of the match accolade. And it is Paddy Drummond Cup that is in the hands there of, as I said, Senan Carr, the Abbey captain. He'll no doubt have a few words. He's getting ready to lift it up here. He has a few words to speech at the ready.
Firstly, I'd just like to measure at Ashbourne. You gave us a great game there, and at times like we struggled with the earlier as a captain. It's a great achievement to make it this far to an All-Ireland final. Like, so make sure you hold your head high for your number of your team. And so it's a big round of applause for Ashbourne training skills. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, Senegal Town Hardware and Vocational Properties for supplying our jumpers, and I'd like to thank John McGord of Fifth-Delaire also for supplying our gloves, polo shirts, Tiernach and Tiernach. Means a lot to the boys and the school, so thanks to all our sponsors. I'd like to thank all the supporters here in front of me today. You've really taken the time and like during the week, and we can't thank you enough. Like, it made the build up to the game unbelievable. He's really drove us on today throughout the match, and myself and the boys can't thank you enough. We're so grateful. So huge round of applause for yourself. To the coaches, Mr. Brennan, Mr. McFadden, on behalf of the team, we're so grateful for the work you put into us all year. I know that Mr. McFadden's part of the under 16 county panel at the minute, and I'm sure we're all certain Mr. Brennan will be some sort of coach in the future. So huge round of applause for the two boys for all their work. And lastly to the team, as I said after the Ulster final, could be anyone here listening to this trophy in the egg. He's all said after the Ulster final that the job wasn't finished, and the belief he's had to go on and win All Ireland was unbelievable, and I'm so proud of everyone here. Big round of applause for the boys. That's me.
And brilliant work from the young captain there, Senan Carr. The cup being lifted back up again. It's the first piece of silverware handed out in St Tiernach's Park for the year of 2024, Kieran. We've been here to witness it, and I would imagine from a Donegal perspective they'll be hoping it's not the last time they're in St Tiernach's Park and lifting some silverware. Well,
Jimmy's given them a serious lift, so he has, and he's rejuvenated the whole entire county, not just the football team. There's a serious belief within inside that team now, and I know they're going to be a very, very, very difficult team to beat. I know Division 1, Division 2 teams, there's not much between Division 2 and Division 1 teams, and Donegal will fancy themselves against anybody, so yeah.
They certainly will. Well, again, our thanks to the Clonus Club here for their presenting of the game here today. And we did notice in Tiernach's Park, absolutely in pristine condition here. A very, very, very worthy venue for this, and a game that lived up to the expectations. The scoreboard may not be reflective of that, but it must be noted that the goal and the couple of points towards the end that pushed it out for Abbey was really that. They came towards the end. A highly entertaining encounter here, but it's Abbey Vocational School of Donegal that are the 2024 All-Ireland Post-Primary School Senior B football champions for the year. The Paddy Drummond Cup is heading to the hills. It's finished here. Abbey Vocational School 115, Ashbourne Community School 9 points. My thanks to Kieran Cairns. I think that's on it inside there for Abbey, coming back out off his left. Has he done enough to roar? We'll tell you behind. A fine, I think it is, and he's looking across. He's got the support coming of Kettle there, so he has nice ball transfer back off, or we have a reply score at the opposite side. Two wonderful Tiernach's Park, but he manages to get it back in behind to McGrory, and back in again. He's gone on the return. Conor McCahill, an opportunity off his left. Good hands from the goalkeepers. Make sure you match what's going at the opposite side.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. That's the case, but Abbey will be very good. The management will be very disappointed with it.
I think that has cleared that danger. Now he's just been bottled up, so he has to come back out again. O'Sullivan is on this one, off his right. Oh, that's a brilliant score. Carr putting it up in front, looking for me, and they've got the opening score for Abbey. He's going to come back round on that trusted left peg again. Oh, this lad is sweet. An opportunity for Abbey now to go under the good here again. It's that man once more. It's that trusty left boot.
The space, and here we go. There's one presenting itself now.
Aaron McGrory's going to get it on the right boot. Yeah. It looks like another wonderful score. That's brilliant. A little bit of confusion, but they've continued on with it. And this is very straight, direct running from the midfielder, I think it was there. That's a brilliant score. I think the minute it leaves his foot, whether it's going or not, so we'll know by their cheer if it's going to work or not. Yeah, you hear the cheer, and that get up through the middle. Lovely ball going to play down inside in front here. Could be another opportunity for Abbey to get another score for themselves. That's beautiful. Direct. Selling dummies for the sake of selling dummies. It's back inside once more to Aaron McGrory. McGrory from a long way out. That's a one. They're very strong as well in breaking tackles. That was Carr back off here again. Here he goes once more. Muldoon. Chipped it in and over. Then Kettle there managed to get it to O'Sullivan, and now we do see the little bit of running from O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan off his right. He pops it in, and has he done it? Working it deep down into the corners. Looking inside for Sullivan again. Oh, what a score. We're directly behind this one. O'Sullivan.
High up the pitch, exactly what they're doing, and they've got a turnover now, and hopefully another score for them.
Make it count. It's a difficult angle, but again, and now they are a wave of black and red that's going forward, and an opportunity. Can they make it count? Can they? What? Yes, it's a beautiful goes across the 45. Muldoon up onto the arc of the tee. Oh, lovely little ball played inside to Meehan. Meehan's going to come back out onto his left, and he pops it in and over the bar. Perfectly for the left foot. Far post, draw it in. We'll wait for the support. He's got this one. The sweet spot has been hit with. And they're back just to the long ball going in. O'Sullivan, he doesn't even want to look for the mark. He's going to continue on. He's going to come off his right, and he puts it in and over the bar. Walk anyway the minute that the foul was conceded, but it's inside here again with Abbey once more, and Abbey have got another point for themselves. He knew it was a sanction, and
Muldoon,
now bursting through Muldoon. Can he finish it off? Can he? Just to the wrong side.
Want to play for a county.
Conor McCahill, he's going to come off his left. What a score. Conor McCahill, you had a player off to his left. Headed for Ashbourne. They're going back to the direct style of football once more. It's in with Sullivan again. Sullivan off his right. It's just a table tennis. This end in front. In fact, he can get on to the end of this one. Carr, no, he gives it off inside. Now there could be goal soccer style. What a way to finish it. Well, here is Muldoon. Another little ball played inside. It's amazing what the extra player can do. Great save by the goalkeeper there. All of a sudden there's lots of spaces opened up for them there. Back across inside to the number 22, Daniel McIntyre. Come on as a sub. Can he get a point to have for himself just to finish the game off? Pushes it out. It's now 1-15-9. Double scores. Martin McNally's going for the whistle, and the celebrations will commence for Abbey. We see the wonderful supporters. In fairness, they travel